Hello, my friends, and welcome, even though we just spent 20 minutes or so discussing random junk. What's up?
Hello.
Hello. So, welcome back to session 4 of the Ashien mystery. To recap what happened last time and several occurrences before that, everyone has been trapped in a dome trying to figure out who killed the daughter of the king, who is sitting in the center of an arena, trapping everyone. Right there, he's over there, pretending he's sitting. There has been a lot of intrigue and mystery surrounding the scenario, but I don't know, heroes can't be the word. Our investigators, I guess, have been protagonists. Well, sort of. Depends on your definition of that as well. The main characters have been looking into several leads. When last we met together, there was a possible amount of information that could be gathered from the House of Note, and when they attempted to obtain that information, a fight broke out, I guess is the way to say it. A fight occurred, and it was discovered that several assassin houses had attempted to obfuscate the information that was being sought after being invited by the House of Sparks, who is not here currently. The house sent a letter to everyone, who I assume you all read it, but it says, hey, we're doing research into what we found, but we're not going to be at the meeting spot. We need to do more research. Stuff like that. Anyone who has asked around would also know that because they grow plants and flowers and herbs and all of that stuff, alongside, I guess, coggers, but more out in the open, they have also had requests for food and, herbs and water specifically because they have reserves of water. And then at the end of the last session, I said, we'll gather up the information that we have gained from the House of Note and then jump forward several days, and I will tell you again what sort of happens during those 2 days. But first, I wanted to check and touch upon something that happened in the second session, I believe. The king's son, sister to the dead Lance, Iatudi, has invited coggers specifically to the king's house for dinner, and that would have occurred the night after the House of Note massacre, I guess we could call it. Did you want to attend that and play through a short discussion with that gentleman? As either person? It would have occurred the night after the massacre, so you would have had all of that information, but not...
Okay, we could try it as a Grand Marshal.
As the Grand Marshal, okay.
Yeah.
Let me slide over to the house real quick.
Oh, you control the Grand Marshal. That makes sense.
He's the Grand Marshal.
The Grand Marshal.
We'll meet up here. The Grand Marshal is steampunky, right? Yeah, describe him. Yeah.
So he looks he's like in power armor. He's wearing power armor, and he is very old, like he should not be alive old. He's human, but he has like a youthful face, but his like hair is like the Crypt Keeper from Tales of the Crypt.
Okay.
And, he's very like there's stuff holding him together, like his armor, like steampunk and stuff, and he's got like a gauntlet on one of his hands. It's kind of like a cross between the Infinity Gauntlet and the gauntlet in Stargate, where the gold, pull out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll just use his old undead dude.
Yeah.
What about the power armor? Shouldn't that be more important?
Yeah. It could be like something like this,
What
but
about the first dude?
this one you can't see his face, and he's got a gun.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
The other guy in black.
This one? Riot Shield?
No, the one below that.
They all have guns.
No, the one next to that with the helmet open.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
He's got a radio.
He's got a
not even
radio.
fax.
Yeah. How do I get rid of this? All right, and then human Iatudi is just a human person who is not old. Yeah. We'll go with Centurion style. Ooh.
It's really nice to dress up for dinner.
Yeah. So the king's son wait, is there a table in here? Oh yeah. Cool. We'll go over here. The king's son has invited Coggers specifically to dinner. There's no dinner on the table, but I'm sure it will be delivered just for, aesthetics. You're at a table. The table's way taller than it should be, it feels like. Anyway, unimportant. So Coggers was involved in a massacre, and then the next night...
Which one?
Well, the massacre at the House of Note.
That's worrying.
Okay.
Yeah, so the
many.
night after that, of course, which one? The night after that, having received in person an invitation from the king's son, Iatudi, you arrive at the house. You are ushered in by the people who are a part of the house that are commoners, just cleaning, all of that sort of stuff, hosting. They bring you upstairs to what probably should be the king's room. However, Iatudi seems to be using it for his own uses, and he, again, looking very I guess sleek is a good way to describe him. He's that kind of posh, wearing a bunch of expensive stuff, kind of money, expensive look, right? And he welcomes you. He does not get up when you arrive. He says something along the lines of, "Oh, you finally made it. Pleasure. Lunch or dinner will be served whenever I decide it will be. Come, sit down."
I sit.
Okay, perfect. Now then, have you discovered who killed my sister, my poor sister?
No.
Yes.
On business. I was told
Right.
that.
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, my business. You're here for my business. Have you found the killer of my sister?
We have not come to any arrangement.
I believe I was clear last time.
No, you were not.
Sir?
I will
Please.
I came here for business. I would have stared in front of you. The treat of the king's son. Of all
Yes.
people. When the king could be talking to me himself. This matter.
Good luck speaking to my father. He's sitting
Okay.
out there in the field, just mumbling to
I turn
himself
and I walk
insanely.
away. I leave.
You dare! I see. And he like
Get up and
pulls
leave.
he pulls the cog necklace that he's been wearing, and he like throws it after you as you leave. So you like full
Reach
on
out and I
leave.
pick it up.
That's what I think of your cog religion thing.
You dare disrespect the cog.
You dare disrespect this empire. I speak for the empire.
Are you even a cog, or you just bought this at some flea market because some man didn't want to become a cogger anymore? Does this you do not look or behave such as a cogger? You would know our book and our principles and what we stand for. You do not stand for any of that.
Why would I spend my time reading some random heretic's book?
Exactly.
We can
Which is why
use
you are not a cogger.
we can use the cog religion to bring in other sheep-like houses. We could control the empire from the bottom up. All you have to do is work with me under the symbol of the cog.
You do not control the cog. You do not get to speak about the cog like that.
Fine. It's nothing to me. You go then.
It is nothing
Get out
to
of
me
here.
either. I don't.
Fine.
You give me no reason to want to work with you. You give me no reward or anything that I need. You have not offered one thing that I require. That the cog requires.
You're not interested in
I want
statewide
your soul.
national religion? My
I
soul?
want your soul.
No, you're one of those. I
I
see.
That is. Do you not know what coggers are?
You're,
Clearly, when you signed up for, well, supposedly signed up, you did not know that we require a sacrifice for our deals.
you're nothing more than a filthy glom. Get out of here. Go. I won't have you in this house any longer. Go. And he like turns away and like brings.
I leave.
Okay, cool. This person can tell that he's sending telepathic messages to like servants and stuff.
Oh, Elon can. He can. He has telepathy.
Is that the grand champion?
Yeah, that's Grand Champ.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did he say filthy glomp?
GLOM. Yeah.
Oh, glom.
Elon
Glom.
is like psychic necromancer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that didn't go like I expected, but okay. So you leave. You walk into the night.
No bullshit man.
Yeah, it sounds like it, and obviously Iatudi is looking for something that he can, prey upon or like use or whatever, a tool. So okay, cool. Then after that experience, I assume you go back and tell your house like this freaking tell them about it.
Time to go to war.
Whoa. So you're gonna go to war against the what? What does that even mean?
See, because the prince seemed to threaten us.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay.
He threatened the whole entire empire, basically.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
The
So
Grand Marshal is kind of like the high-ranking of like military official. He's the Grand Marshal.
Okay, cool.
So you have pretty much pissed the coggers off.
All right, nice. After that experience, so that is after the House of Note massacre. There are 2 days that go by. I described the things that happened last time, but just to recap, Food is going scarce, alcohol is going scarce. Pretty much any resource you're looking for that you didn't bring, more than, because why would anyone bring 4 days worth of food and stuff when you could just have it carted in over and over? So all of that stuff should have been brought in, but has not been. It is gathering outside. I'll just cruise over to this side over here. To the ship. There are occasionally investigations outside of the ship, mostly into what is under the hold, which is ill-gotten gains, of course, that should be hidden, but because the shield is the way it is, you can see into it from the outside. There are armed forces gathering, many of them wearing the Hearthen House red and white and gold. So these are like Empire troops who have gotten word that the king and his family and stuff are involved in something. We also have gathering outside supplies, things that should be brought in but aren't, and random members of other people's houses that are trying to get information, trying to run their businesses. It's been 4 days at this point without contact, but if your most important people are out of commission and trapped somewhere, you might be seeking that information. So a lot of those people are gathering outside. Inside, along with things going scarce, we also have smoke and haze gathering at the top of the dome. There seems to be no airflow in and out. And because of the prolonged nature of the sigil, it seems like not only are people sort of keeping to themselves more and more, they've made whatever deals they thought they could, and now they're sort of unsure, I guess. The unsurety is setting in, so people are keeping more to themselves. It seems less and less populated as people just try to, survive and recover and stuff from what's occurring. So your crew all decided to meet at the spooky door 2 days hence, after laying low from the House of Note massacre. Nobody came to punish you for not finding the murder weapon, and nobody has really investigated the House of Note murders. But the House of Note is operating. There are people in it, still doing research, making deals, getting that information. And then, you separately perused all of your information, and you gather here with said information at the appointed time. Ta-da! We're here.
Hey. All right.
Hello, everyone.
Who do I want to be? Hold up.
Okay. Yeah, you can bring whichever character you want to this meeting. I just chose 3 that I figured might occur, but you're right. Loro might not be the choice.
Yeah.
At this point, I think you would at least know of both members. Each house would know of both members from each other house in this group. Since you've been working.
The rock in his hand on the way back.
Yeah, he's been throwing rocks into the distance for days.
Trying to break through the dome.
Godspeed.
Yeah, at night, while you're walking around, you find people trying to blow up the dome or dig under the dome. You've seen all sorts of random stuff like that as people try to escape, and it doesn't work.
And no one tried to kill the king?
There have been scuffles in front of the king and arguments, I guess, in front of the king, but no one has attempted to kill the king, no.
All right, cool. There's something.
Basically, I guess the feeling you would know that like if everyone's trying to gain status and keep their houses, afloat and also have the best outcome for their house, some people might be interested in killing the king, but there would be a lot of people willing to protect the king as well in order to be like, oh yeah, we protected the king, so maybe, the empire will sponsor our wonton business or, like whatever.
The best bet would probably be to kill the king at this point.
Oh yeah, but my funding,
You're just out there in the open. We could probably just get up on a roof there, get a gun. The pirate's got a gun. There you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Sir Peas actually.
All right, let me swap this bad boy out. I'll just pull him over here. Sir Peas is... Oh, I thought I could reach him from here. He's right here. Whoop. Bloop.
What does he look like again?
Well, your character looks however you want, but Sir Peas is like a smart, posh guy.
That works.
Also, I don't think we'd actually have met the Grand Marshal, Atra's character, at all. Or really heard him referenced at all, either.
Oh, really? You don't think so?
I think I've...
No, he's never brought him out, really.
What about in the downtime?
Yeah, like, you probably would at least know of him, if not, having, like, passing words, maybe, or something. Because at this point, it's been 4 days of you all sort of at least loosely working together, right? So you might know about him. If you don't think you know about him, that's cool, too. I don't mind.
I think so. To Atra, what do you think?
Do you think they would know your...
Oh, yeah, I think I've mentioned him. Yeah, and then maybe in the ship, you've probably seen pictures on the wall, maybe.
Okay.
Our glorious leader.
I was too distracted by
he's
the
not
throne.
the leader of the Coggers, but he's like the military.
Oh, okay.
It would be like the Grand Inquisitor or something.
God. Okay.
So you all have separate information from the massacre that you can share with the other houses or not. You can also pursue any leads you think might be available or not. Or you can just go explore if you want.
Open the door. Get on the floor.
You're all three gonna meet here where you're supposed to meet, say nothing, and just open the door?
No. Greetings. It is good to see you two again. Actually, I do not think we have officially met. You are... Sir Peas is directing to the Grand Inquisitor.
Is the Grand Inquisitor coming?
No.
Okay.
That's Bramwell.
Yeah, this is Bramwell.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
I'm looking around. I'm Bramwell.
Oh, my eyesight is quite not what it used to be. And then the bird is gonna lean forward a little bit. It seems like the bird is squinting. Well, it's no problem, really. So, what? Do you have any good information regarding the murder weapon? Perhaps something that we could investigate? I have a little bit of a shopping list. I would love to go and question people about it, but I would like to hear from you two first.
Well, I was having some sober thoughts the other day, and remembered that I met some weird people in the forest many months ago when I was very sober, and you know what? I think they might be here, and they gave me some cool little device. I think we're friends. We could probably talk to them. They're very magical, and I think they might know about what some of the stuff, the party tricks that happened here.
The party tricks, meaning the dome that is going to doom us all.
So you were intoxicated, you met some people in the forest, and they know how to have a good time.
No, I was sober.
Right, well, I don't think this is a time for recreational drugs, but if things get very desperate, I guess, that'd be a good way to go.
No, I'm drunk right now, but I was sober then.
Right.
Well, in any case,
Wait, what am I supposed to do here?
Well, it's impressive that you still have alcohol at this stage of the game. It is imperative, though, that we keep an eye open for especially the old lady that I hear is very suspicious. I heard she gave you some cookies, some laced cookies.
Oh, yeah, we were going to kill her.
What? Were we?
Yeah, I didn't take the recipe.
Oh, I do not think that
really
is
like
the
those
plan.
cookies.
I believe interrogating her would be more beneficial to our cause.
Well, so killing, I mean, interrogate, they kind of die during the process usually anyways.
I mean,
that's how we do it.
How do we know it's her?
I trust the intuition of Captain Loro, knowing him for many months and years and such. But I do understand if you don't agree with his suspicion. But if I can just ask you to trust me and Captain Loro, then that would be wonderful.
Well, all I'm saying is, those Sparks people, they were, they're the one who invited everyone, and now they're not here, and we're not getting attacked.
It's been 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Good lord.
So you're saying we still could get attacked?
Rightly so. That's always a possibility. Yes. Well, then spit it out.
Okay.
What have you learned in these 2 days?
Not that much. Look, yep, the dome, it's very sturdy. Not going to get through that one. There was some very odd person that came up to my stall the other day. He had robes on and he was covered in runes, and he was obviously a bit disdainful for what we do in terms of. I didn't get his name. No, probably, maybe.
Kakarot? Here?
No. I don't know his name. He just seemed very disdainful, and he was obviously well versed in magic. And so I've been looking into their activities and seeing if I can find out what house he was part of. And I've got a few leads, but I haven't really followed up on those yet.
Right.
We got a note about a Kakarot.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't know either, but Kevin Kakarot. And they make daggers in the Meadow House. And they love it.
Hey, that seems important.
Have you had some of these botanicals? I just started mixing them all together.
Oh, gosh. From your forest friends, yeah? Right. There's also, obviously, the King's Sword is probably the source of all this stuff. It has been rumoured to create sort of shields around a person, but not to this level before.
Unless there is a huge person underground.
Huge person! Gigantic rock!
I think... Okay.
Yeah.
And
sure,
the obelisk is its finger.
Glad you went with finger. Well, I was thinking more that
berries in it.
Just can you stay sober for 5 minutes?
Doesn't take that long.
So maybe at last resort we can try and destroy the sword or damage it or do something with that. But obviously, it would be probably the end of us, because the king would be very upset if we went over there right now and messed with Lance.
If the king is going to do anything, that is, because he seems quite worse for the wear mentally.
Yes, well, that probably makes him more dangerous. I mean, I'm a bit worried about what happens actually when the dome does go down. All these armies around us. How long until they start getting thoughts about leading instead and all that?
While you're speaking, like very briefly, all of the light, sort of goes away, like you blinked or whatever, like a bird flew over the sun or whatever.
Whoa.
Real fast.
Just like for a second or permanently?
Like for a second, just like real quick.
What was that? I think I'm getting some kind of second-hand high here. You have to sort of take a step away from Bramwell.
Okay, I definitely noticed.
Contact drunk.
Yeah.
That's odd. Could I maybe roll something? Because supposedly birds have real good reaction times.
So yeah,
Those birds are real.
you can roll for sure. What are you trying to react to? Like,
I'm trying to see if it's anything more than just a sudden darkness, or if I can notice something.
Yeah, sure.
Subtler happening.
Because you're a bird, do you think that's your presence or brilliance?
Eyes mostly.
Yeah.
So you half bird, or what are you?
It's a secret.
Right. So
it's his true nature.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess presence.
Okay, cool.
No. I don't know. It's just.
I'll make the call then. We'll take presence. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's gonna be a.
You're gonna need real high.
just as a reminder, the gear adds to damage, not to roll, or.
You can choose. So like in this case, if it's something that it makes sense that you would be using, like a sword wouldn't make sense right now, but if it's like,
what about
I don't
my
know,
magnificent plumage?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
okay,
totally.
Wonderful. So I rolled an 18, 15 plus 3.
If it was a bird, it's a real big bird.
Also invisible, right?
Well, it would be way in the sky, like outside the dome.
Okay.
Oh god, the Cogger's Warfleet is here.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, no.
So I'm gonna look up and try to identify anything. I guess I didn't, but
on 18, there's like a little bit of haze at the top of the dome, plus the fact that it's sunny. You wouldn't really be able to see, even with your bird eyes, anything.
Right. That is very, very odd.
Do I have any kind of like magical spidey sense I could use here? Probably not.
No, it wouldn't work. It'd be outside of the dome.
Yeah.
I
didn't mean to like derail the conversation. It's just that happened. You know what I mean? Like randomly.
Seemed important. That makes me think about something. Have we investigated the top of the dome? As in, have we climbed up there in ladders, scaffolding, and such?
Do you? Well, no. Where would we get ladders big enough for that?
Well, Coggers have a flying ship, don't they? And he's got to look at Bramwell.
I mean,
couldn't you?
It's quite clear the smoke isn't leaving. It does appear to be one entity. This isn't like sections of a different shield. I've tested that.
The ship can't move. It needs to take off. You know.
Oh.
Shoo.
Yeah, so
Precisely.
He
Precisely.
does kind of like movements with his hands, you know.
also from where you're standing, the top of the balloon, I guess, that would carry it, it wouldn't get you high enough to even like investigate because it would hit the top of the dome. So the balloon would be up there, but the actual like cabin would be much lower, sort of just right above where it is right now, but in the center. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bird.
I don't think he's in any fit
thing.
state to fly right now.
Up, you know, in the smoke.
Yeah, that is a good point. Anyone that would go up there would probably die from asphyxiation. That does make sense.
Yeah.
Well then, I do have a couple things I would like to do, but I have been wondering about something, and then he's going to side-eye the door.
What? What have you been wondering about?
But what about this door over here?
Oh, where the hell did that come from?
I don't know.
Whoa.
He knew it was there. Are you
Was
trying to
leaning on the
pretend?
door.
Yeah, are
Leaning
you,
on the door the whole time.
is Gerald pretending he's never seen the door before?
I
Because
just
he
don't think
had
he's
a
ever been
discussion.
interested in it.
You what?
No, but the professor told them to go to the door. Not
Two sessions ago, there was a
Okay.
discussion about the door. I remember.
Okay. Well, it's, Gerald forgot.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot.
Perfect.
Watch this, guys. And Bramwell's going to cast Charm on the door.
Okay. Sure. I'll take a brilliance roll then. Do you think you're impaired? Is this going to impair your magic?
Impair?
Well, he's consuming herbals.
Wasted.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what they grow, so it could be anything at
Hey,
this point.
I
But
don't think they know either.
yeah, I know.
Poppy seed.
Bramwell.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah. I rolled a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind I don't mind having like also a detrimental because I'm drunk. I don't mind.
Yeah, you think you see the like little lion mouth move, but like your spell doesn't connect or anything. You just think you saw it.
What if you said that I'm pretty?
Are you
Alright.
getting more intoxicated by the minute? I haven't seen you ingest anything else.
Look, that lion has a nose piercing.
That is a knocker. That's how you knock on the door.
I've
think
got
I
some
think the lion is
knockers.
holding it with its mouth. In fact,
That's what she said.
This guy
Okay.
is gone.
yeah.
Why don't you try opening the door? I take another step away from Bramwell here.
Yeah, I dare you to open the door.
I
It's
try
just
to
a
open
door.
it.
You open it. Okay, it opens.
Yeah. I walk through it.
You walk through it. Perfect. As your second foot begins to cross the threshold, the door slams shut behind you and hits you in the back.
Is he just standing on the other side of the door for us?
Yes, and you hear.
I worked there. Come on, guys.
But,
Uh,
well, I'm going to assume it's just a prank then.
yeah, that doesn't seem.
Is
Would you-
House of Pranks here? Don't quite recall.
Would you like to
I mean-
investigate, or just leave it?
I'm just assuming it's some kind of like joke item at this point. But yeah, I'll
Well,
investigate.
I guess I should also stop by this house then, since I'll be on the way. And then he's gonna take a list, handwritten list, and then he's gonna like circle one of the names.
Okay. Let's do Gerald's investigation real quick. We'll just take a quick brilliance to look at the door.
18.
18. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. There's like a little rope or whatever, and it runs to a couple of like rock kind of things in the sand or whatever. So.
Okay. I kind of just walk over.
To the rocks?
Look at the gig. Yeah, to see where the giggling was coming from. I'm guessing it's coming from the mechanism.
Yeah, so when you walk over, there's like, you know, it's not smooth anywhere, even though it looks like it's smooth. There's like pits and stuff because people have walked and fought and all that junk. So there's like little sort of rocks sticking out. They're kind of higher than normal, but there's nobody behind them or anything.
Oh, okay. Does the rope just stop there, does it?
Yep. It goes down into sand.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to pick up the rope and like sort of yank it back, thinking I'll just...
You're going to
pull it out. Just to crank the other person back.
That, I will take a combat roll.
I'm awful at combat. No. That's a 10.
A 10, not modified. Oh, wait, hold on. These guys...
It is modified. It's unfortunately.
Oh, my bad.
Minus
Okay.
5.
I'm so bad at combat, please, God. Oh, Jesus. Why did I mention the door?
Oh, dang, where are they?
I got a -4 for a combat.
I got -5. We'll do fine.
Oh!
Oh, my God! Hold on, let me find them.
Well,
The
it would
nerds
be a
come to
better
fight.
combat, oddly.
Okay. You tug on this thing, and there's like a grunt, like a brrr, and part of the rock comes up out of the ground. That it seems like the rope is attached to it or something. So you pull a rock up, and then you hear something that's kind of unintelligible that's like or whatever, and 3 of the rocks stand up and run away. Like they're short little rock people, and they run away out the gate that's over here towards where there's a bunch of piled rocks.
Oh, I've seen these little fellas before.
I need to talk to these people and I run after them.
What? Where are you
I need to talk to them.
Why?
I've seen people hanging around with them that I need to know about. Sort of lift up my ropes a bit and start like hopping.
Tumbles away.
So they're running.
I think they're fairly close, aren't they?
Yes, they.
Rocks.
You're gaining on them because they're kind of short.
Okay.
But they are
as well.
They are headed to the rocks. Cool. Bramwell, are you coming to this as well?
I'm kind of stumbling around.
All right, we'll say you're maybe in the area behind. Cool.
Yeah, just kind of wandering in circles or something.
If you might get literally stoned. So that's a good point.
As you run over here, they scatter basically in 3 different directions behind rock pillars and stuff, trying to confuse you. Occasionally, one of them giggles, but most of the time they're like and trying to run away, and they're kind of stumbling too. Anywhere that it's like really soft, they stumble a little bit as they run away.
Hang on, please, wait, please. You're probably getting a bit tired as well.
You're also winded. You're like, okay. As you come forward into this rock enclosure, and they're all hiding. I guess the main one that you followed inward is going to say, "Nobody here."
I can see you. I can hear you.
I'm a rock.
Yes, you are a
Precisely.
rock. I'm talking
Yes,
to that
exactly.
rock.
Oh. Mm. Yeah, right.
Right.
The rock, like, that's behind the pillar, you know, that you're kind of talking to, you just see it, like, flop down and pretend to be an actual rock in front of you.
Rock, excuse me, I need to talk to you. I don't need to do anything else, just need to talk. So you could pretend to be, you can stay there. I'm going to talk to the rocks and they can answer. There's nothing but rocks here. I'm just talking to the rocks and they're answering. Oh, Christ's sake. Watch out, there's a river. It's going to wash everyone away.
And you see like 3 or 4 little rock people kind of shift around behind their pillars looking for rivers, but they don't really come out towards you, you know.
Okay. Look, I need to know about any cloaked figures coming to visit over here. I've heard rumors.
Oh, we're rocks. We don't wear clothes.
No, but someone who visited may have.
Yeah, we have visitors. Sometimes people want to work out, do bouldering kind of exercise.
Right.
So, yep.
There's anyone that visited that didn't want to do exercise?
What?
Anyone who visited who didn't want to do exercise?
I guess people come and people go, but I'm a rock.
Yes, you are.
I do have a question, if you don't mind. I'm sorry if, Mr. Rock, are you perhaps related to a certain rock person that lived in a crystal cave? I believe his name was something like that.
Oh, you know.
I believe it was a little bit more like.
No, we don't know any other rock people. Nope.
But you just said that you did. Oh, you said, that guy.
Right.
What? No.
Yes.
Have your people been afflicted by a great evil, something about a shadow that consumes all or something?
A shadow.
Would these people have been afflicted? Yeah. I'll take a brilliance roll from you. This guy.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I hit you with that one. Ooh.
I rolled a 13 with modifiers.
I don't. Shadows are from the sun, but we don't have to be in the sun. He's like trying, you know how people like pull the conversation into other directions and misdirect and stuff. He's trying to do that, but he's real bad at it because he's kind of dumb. So he's trying to misdirect you away from the question here, and he says, sounds like a fairy tale, or well, I think we're not using that term anymore. It sounds like a story.
Does the sentence "they came from all sides, oh god, it was horrible," does that remind you of something? Just do I notice anything different in there? Well, I don't know if the semblance of a rock is gonna change, but anything really.
Did you say it loud?
What do you mean loud?
So are you saying it like normal just so that he can hear, or are you saying it loud enough that anyone around you could hear it?
Oh,
are you projecting, you know?
Our conversation is like out loud,
Okay.
right? So I guess loud.
Yeah, if you're like talking sort of far away to a person behind the pillar, I think you would be projecting. So when you say, oh God, they're, you know, everywhere, and all of the rock people, like maybe 8 rock people sort of like shift and move around like they're being assaulted from outside, and they kind of move inward towards you, and you're surrounded by rock people who are now on guard for whatever the shadow is around them. I'm just gonna pull them in real quick. Just pull them in here.
What have you said? What's going on?
They're here. They're here. They're coming.
Oh,
The shadow.
Oh God, what have you done?
I told you that there was a shadow. Calm down. I was just retelling a story. Calm down. Chill.
Chill. What? You're trying to scare us. And they like start beating their rock fists together. We don't like being scared.
Oh, but nobody does. I was just trying to help you in case you knew your friends over in the Crystal Cave, they had something terrible happen to them. And I would just like to either retell their story or know if they are alright.
Okay, that was a lot of words. We don't know anybody from a crystal cave, and you should get your butt out of here. And then when he says butt, a couple of the others are like,
Are you perhaps possessed?
Possessed? No. Nobody owns me, the Rock. Me.
It's just that I keep hearing these odd little giggles every now and then, and they really do not match your tone of voice, so I was just wondering, but, I mean, I believe someone that is possessed wouldn't say they're possessed, so I guess I don't know why I asked.
Giggles. Wind chime. Must be. I don't.
There's no wind chimes here. There's no wind. We're in a dome.
Oh. The Rock like looks around like, okay. You too smart. You gotta go. I need to go also.
Well, I can go as soon as I know about that. There was a cloaked, hooded figure with maybe runes on his arms. It's all around here.
Oh, runes. No, you probably want someone who can write.
No, he's already written it on his arm. You don't need to do the writing.
Bramwell, are you close enough to hear this stuff, you think? Oh, where'd you go?
don't know, some of those, you might need to go to the bathroom with some of those rocks.
Yeah, kind of like over by the rocks, I guess. Kind of.
Yeah. So just to make sure. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I would say he's selectively hearing things.
All right. Just making sure. Let's take perception rolls, brilliance rolls here, because all these people are standing out in the open in front of you.
Oh God! Ouch! 8.
Should
Okay.
I roll as well?
Yeah, I think so. With your bird eyes.
I'm gonna roll with a +1 for treasure sense.
Oh, you're looking for treasure?
I'm looking for crystals. I want to know if these guys have the same crystals that we were looking for in that
Okay.
that time.
I rolled
You
a
die,
9.
rich man, in this dome.
What'd you say, Bramwell?
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
God damn it! So that's I rolled an 8.
Oh, okay.
Modifiers.
Low numbers all around. These rock people all seem agitated. You don't see any crystals or anything. The rocks around you, even the pillars and stuff, they're not native. So these rock people sort of brought their own rocks in from somewhere else,
Kind of.
And
Kind of messed up.
what? I'm not messing up. You're messing up.
And then you brought all these rocks, aren't they? Aren't you rocks? I mean, that'd be like us making houses
Yes.
out of people.
I am a rock. Yep. I'm gonna go. And the rock person in front of you is trying to move forward, but you're sort of blocking the main path because you ran in after them.
Oh, just one more thing, if you don't mind. Do you represent a house in this sigil?
Of course, we're all different houses. That's the rules.
Which house would that be, if you don't mind my asking? After all, you're here to spread the word, right?
Yeah, I'm from the house Roxton, and that is my steward behind me, and those two over there on your left, right. Hold on. And he raises up his hand like he's gonna do that thing, to show your fingers for left and right, but his hand doesn't move. Like it's just the rock, and he's like, over there is House Rockton and those two behind and up there are from House Roxtonmerville.
I want to take a look in the list of houses, the comprehensive list of houses that I have, and see if I can't find these names.
So if you're referencing your list you're holding, there would be a bunch of all together houses that say Rock Sunville and Rocktonburg and Rock Sburg, like a bunch of random sort of things, but nothing that exactly matches whatever he just said.
Well, I'm not gonna press it any further. You have a good day, Mr. Brock.
It's Lee. I mean Rock Lee.
Oh, I'm surprised your house is in the Lee Village.
Oh, it I gotta go. I don't. And like all the rocks around you are giggling like ferociously, like like slapping each other and stuff with their big rock dumb hands, you know, like slapping and hitting and pointing and stuff. And a couple of them devolve into like little fights between each other.
Okay, well, you'd be my guest. It is your place after all. Well,
Yeah.
I'll be just leaving.
Get on out of here.
Gerald, do you still got...
Yeah, just having a quick look around. Can I see if there would be like any sort of reason that they might visit like here without being interested in talking to the rocks? So like anything hidden maybe by the rocks, like.
Okay, yeah, you're looking
Some
for
kind of, like-
not treasure. You're looking for hidden stuff. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, and as you walk out, you're welcome to roll as well. And from behind, you can roll again for whatever you'd like to perceive during the conversation from behind.
Okay. Yeah. So is that a brilliance roll for to look again, or is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I rolled 1, so 4.
Perfect.
Yeah. I just bemused by rocks. Give up.
Anyone else want to
Okay.
roll?
Well.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Cool.
I already rolled once. I don't want to
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Cool. Then you're welcome to exit the space, having been completely rock rolled by the people you just met.
Broccoli.
By Rock Lee.
Oh, God.
All right. you exit the sort of built up rock area, and all the rocks behind you, all the rock people, like get together in a huddle and seem to be having an argument. And it seems sort of rough. They kind of like jump on each other from time to time, slap each other, and then one of them's gonna run off this way and then hop onto the path and stumble run away.
Where's he going? Did we just kind of follow him after him? He's not going to notice.
You want to hunt a rock?
I do not believe they're suspicious. They're just... I have encountered that type before. They're enigmatic and a kind of dumb as a rock, as you might say. Hope they don't hear me say that, but...
Yeah, but I just feel like there's people actively trying to kill us, and if they told the rocks, come and tell us and we'll give you... I don't know what rocks like. More rocks. I don't know.
They also
I
stink.
do not like the shadows. Oh yeah, they do stink.
They also stink. While you're standing there, occasionally, there's no wind, of course, as someone pointed out, but the smells drift through the rock passages or whatever, and you occasionally smell them stinking.
Oh God, I killed a bunch of them then.
Uh-huh.
You are the shadow. Yeah.
You are the shadow.
Well, if you've got other leads to follow, we can try there. If not, I mean, so some shady people were seen over here. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I do have some a list that I would like to follow and follow through and investigate. You're more than welcome to come along.
Sure, wind
Sure.
chimes.
Yeah. Yes. That's just the ringing in your ears. That's, yeah.
There's a slight chorus from behind you guys. Wind chimes, and all the rock people are like raising their hands and bouncing up and down, saying wind chimes. Wind chimes.
We should probably take him.
wind chimes.
Okay. Is your next lead near any where we can get some water for him. So please,
I'm deeply sorry. What did you say?
your lead, is it anywhere near like some merchants or somewhere we can get some water for this guy? I think he's.
Some water.
I think he's gonna not really gonna last out in the sun out here, is he?
Aquagun Pens and Pellegrino.
Yeah, we
he's
shouldn't leave
going
him.
to get dehydrated soon. Aye.
Right, where's your next
You
lead?
want a round? I'll give you a round on the house.
Well, I would like to go to the weapon sellers that are near the Cogger's airship. So it should be in the way.
Oh, he's just gonna restock, isn't he? Whatever. Okay.
True.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll yeah, sure. We'll follow. I'll follow you.
All right.
Right then.
Bramwell, we're gonna go this way.
Okay. Ooh.
So you're gonna head this way, and I'll just fly us there. You're gonna head past this person, half giant, throwing a rock, who's been throwing rocks this whole time, around.
Not in front of him.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
Are any of them alive and screaming?
The rocks? No, that's a good point. No. There is a couple of people who stand around and they're like just aimlessly taking bets on how far each rock is gonna go, you know, like this one's gonna be farther, this one's gonna be closer, but the person throwing the rocks can hear them, so he's just throwing rocks wherever he thinks will be interesting.
Clearly House of Movement members.
And then we're going to go past, like you said, the Cogger ship. So Bramwell can restock if you'd like.
No, he's too drunk to.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to go inside because he had to talk to the Grand Marshal probably.
Oh yeah, of course. Do you want to go through the building or around the building?
Is the sun really strong?
It's about the same as it has been every day. So it's how many Celsius would that be? I would say it's like moderate. It's not extreme. It would be in the 27-ish range, somewhere like that. So not extreme. It's kind of nice. Maybe like a
desert and
78
without airflow.
80. Yeah.
There's literally the dome would be getting hotter each day, I would have
like
thought.
a giant greenhouse.
Yeah, so the dome doesn't.
Okay, good.
Of all the things that go through, I guess, as a semi-permeable membrane, the heat does escape. Not the smoke, not the air, but energy itself. Yes. So you're still experiencing colder nights and warmer days as it goes through. Yeah.
So the Flash could go in and out.
The Flash
vibrates his molecules.
Oh, yes. Probably. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but maybe.
It's that red splash on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go through the building. I just asked because I know what's on the other side of the wall, or you can go around.
I'll go around.
I would just be. Yeah, I'd try some ease and some.
All right, so as you
I want to avoid the scene of the crime and all. Actually, this is the opposite.
This is the opposite building, right? So
never mind that.
Cool. I will pull you this way. Oh, geez. Oh, I got you stuck. I'm just gonna plop you down right here.
Do you guys know that this is the Marshal's last crusade? Final one is gonna be gone.
Is he giving us like house secrets right now?
The last one is gonna be done.
The last crusade, meaning the last crusade. Doesn't matter what happens, it's going to be the last.
As you're walking, again, very briefly, as if something a big bird at this point flew over the sun very, very quickly, though, as you're walking.
Could I try and identify anything again?
Sure, but it would be like, at this point, it's so high in the dome and everything. You're shooting for like 25, like something crazy high.
Is that even possible?
Oh, that was so nice. It's so bright in here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that even possible?
20 plus... No, max I can do is 24.
Oh, okay. Well, if you hit 24, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
All right, do it.
Look,
No, I rolled a 5. No, I have 6.
What is that with modifiers?
Total, that's 6 total.
With modifiers?
Wait, hold up. No, that would be 7 total. Sorry.
Okay.
It's calculated.
Really big bird.
I rolled a 19 if that matters.
A 19. Nope, but I will take...
Kunda.
I will take another roll because it seems like you're interested in the shadow. So, Gerald, what you get?
I got a 5.
Modified 5.
Yes.
All right, it's a really fast, really big bird.
It must be a Kunda then.
Yeah, we should, albatross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, albatross.
Could be a dragon.
Oh, a dragon.
That's a big bird, kind of.
A
I wouldn't say
babushka.
it was a...
Yeah.
Okay, let's get you out of the sun.
Okay, yeah. We'll put him
How about
just
the new time? Let's do that.
right here. Oh wait, there he is. Inside. Oh dang, I don't want to do that. I like the wall. Cool. So you roll up on basically what you're
one we see.
Yeah, so there's a long line of weapon sellers. One of them is doing more business than the other, and you would probably know that this is Angast, which is the Empire-backed metalworkers. You see a bunch of short dwarf people who are all... Well, I would say most of them are just hanging around. There's a blacksmith-looking person who's actually working, and then it looks like a bunch of people who are standing around talking about weapons. Some are testing bows or looking at, the sheen on a big knife or a blade or something, or perusing axes, things like that.
Right. Sir Peace is gonna approach the first one in the line of many. And he's going to introduce himself. Excuse me, hello, I'm Sir Pease. I am with the House of Parrots. Are you perhaps one of the members?
Right, your
of
house is a house of parrots? What the hell?
Hi,
Sorry, carry on.
That's real.
it is the House of Parrots, yes.
Yeah, the guy you're talking to also squinches his nose and he's like, ugh, okay, yeah, cool, bro. This is you trying to make a deal or something? Because I'm just do you work here?
Oh, no, I do not. I am looking for a certain weapon, though, and amongst yourselves, I do know you are mostly metalsmiths, but I am wondering if you know or have heard of anyone that has worked on a bone weapon, a dagger specifically.
Oh, I'm not a weaponsmith.
I'm dagger.
I'm buying this one. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here to buy this, and he holds up like a hatchet, kind of double-bladed hatchet. He's like, I'm just in line, dude. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Terribly sorry. Terribly sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're probably looking for that guy.
He
Points over at an actual dwarf.
Hey.
Huh? Yeah, buddy.
Hey. Have you heard of the Angsty House?
Yeah, you're standing at it. It's those people over there, and he points at the blacksmith. And then on the other side, there's another dwarf.
Hey, Smithy! Hide me!
Are you gonna roll up on this dude while he works and start blabbing?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, buddy, come on. You've had too many. Get to the back of the line. Come on, there's a clear order here.
I got you the best, and you've done the deals, and everyone.
Yes, we are Angast. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We make the finest weapons in the Empire, and also, I guess, other gear and stuff if you were looking for that, but... Yar! I mean, I don't know why I sound like a pirate. I just got it. I saw the parrot and I got confused.
This guy knows about the dagger.
Dagger? I could make a dagger.
You make weapons.
I'd be making daggers. I can make anything. You want a pole arm? You want a hatchet? You want a lance?
About you. The parrot man is gonna tell you about it. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not.
Okay, well, I am terribly sorry about my acquaintance over
here. Are you with that guy?
I met him a while ago. He's been walking around and such. And so forth. I am.
Oh, you got time to walk around.
Tell him about the claws and the houses and the daggers.
He's walking around. I've
been. You got time to walk and time to hang out and stuff. I'm here to make money, so I don't have time for this stuff. I'm working here. Come on.
And I'm sure you will be well rewarded for your help. I merely need some information, since you seem to be so in your trade.
Right. So you want free information?
No, I said I would reward you, kind sir.
All right. What's the deal? What are you striking?
I do believe you are aware of the terrible incident that has happened to the... I forgot. What was the title again? The person that died.
Lance. She's the king's daughter, future king.
Future king.
Yeah, you want her whole list of titles?
What was?
Right.
Yeah, future. I remember you saying something. I thought it was funny. It was the future
king? Yeah.
No, it was something else. I don't remember. Anyway,
someone else said past and future king, if that's what you meant, because that's King Arthur's title, but...
No, I don't remember. Maybe I just saw it in a dream, whatever.
Oh, cool, okay. I don't have dreams, I have work to do.
Right, but you are aware of the terrible incident that happened, the future king dead, terrible news in fact, and I happened to be investigating it, and it just so happens she died by apparently the hand of someone that was using a dagger or a short sword, and I do believe something of a bone dagger could be one of the murder weapons, though I am not too sure.
You made it, you used it,
This guy. This guy. Okay. Hey, everyone.
On your hands, buddy.
He turns to everyone after you give this little speech. He's like, hey everyone, who's got a knife? And every single person pulls out some form of short knife from their clothes or something like that.
Pulls one out as well. Yeah.
Everyone's got a knife. What are you talking about? Daggers, knives, they're commonplace. Bone daggers, I would never make a bone dagger. I make metal. And when he says metal, he's getting real into it, flexing and stuff. Metal.
Someone like that would say to you, hypocrite.
What? What?
Wow, okay. Calm down now. He's just had One. Not one too many, just one.
Look, if you're looking to commission a knife, I can make one.
Have you
Make me
made
one.
Have you perhaps made a knife to a certain suspicious someone that you would think, that person could definitely kill someone with this?
He gives you this blank stare for a second, and then he turns and he's like, "Hey, who thinks their knife could kill someone?" And everyone holds their knife back up. Ah! Of course, I've made daggers and knives.
You killed his daughter.
Whoa, hold on, buddy.
Because you did it because you're a mass murderer.
You think I killed Lance?
I have the record, buddy.
What do you mean record? And he's gonna pull his largest, I guess, blacksmithing hammer out from the little rack or whatever, and start combing over. What do you mean you got records?
People write things down, buddy.
Yeah, of course. All of our deals are written down. So what?
Yeah, they're the one with the bones. You did it.
With the bones. I don't use bone. It's not a material we fashion or function with or any of that stuff.
Oh, do you know if there is
Well,
anyone?
how comes House Claus got the info and you got the deals?
Yeah. Okay, sure. I make
So you did it.
stuff for a lot of people. I don't use bone. That sounds crazy to me. Look at all this metal.
Because bone's better than metal.
That's a bold-faced lie. You take that back. He hefts up his hammer.
No, what are you gonna do about it?
Get out of here, buddy. And he moves forward. He's shorter than you, but he's gonna move forward to get ready to push you and stuff, aggressing.
What are you gonna do about it? Huh?
Can I look for his records anywhere if they're exposed? While this whole thing is going on, I wanna look.
They'd all be filed with the House of Note. I don't.
With that. Oh shit! I think I
Personal.
actually got these documents, didn't I?
I'm the
Someone
king's
else here
personal
did.
representative, and I have the papers to prove it, and you will tell me what I need to know right now, or the king is gonna lock you up forever.
All right. You're trying to deceive this guy. Give me
I'm gonna use my ability psychic paper.
psychic
Show him a piece
paper.
of paper
Okay.
Okay.
that has exactly what he thinks, exactly, basically.
So it's like a spell that tricks the
Piece
person.
of paper, yeah, it shows them I'm a
That's
personal,
cool.
I'm the guard, the king's whatever, exactly,
All right.
and then
You can't sneak a Doctor Who reference past the Brit.
yeah, so I was like, that's a good one, Doctor Who. I was like, a sonic screwdriver probably wouldn't work. So
Let's see if he believes it, I guess.
okay, what do I roll with my modifier?
It sounds like a spell, and then
It
you're
is.
gonna add on your spell modifier too.
17.
Oh, okay, yeah. He looks at this piece of paper, and you said you're with the king.
That's what I said. I was a paper.
It does. Okay. Yeah. And so these people are Empire backed. Bringing up the king's house, any of that stuff does matter for sure. They're going to worry about their connection, right? So he
You're
says,
gonna get locked up if you don't tell me. I'll love if you don't tell us. Tell all of us everything we want to. This parrot knows. That thing over there knows.
Yar.
They're old and
Oh, dang it, I said it again.
You just tell us
met you
all as
before
we
in the
want to
sea.
know, or you're gonna go up in the dungeons and the deepest dungeon, highest up everywhere.
Well, that's not going to happen, but look, you got the paperwork, sure, and I filed our paperwork. I filed all of our paperwork. We made plenty of deals with plenty of people. I did make several daggers commissioned for, you said the House of Claw, I think. Of course I did. So what?
Yeah, with the bones.
No, we don't use bones. We use
metal. You use bones.
We use metal. Those were
This document
nice
describes
daggers.
it specifically. It has the words and engravings on it and everything. This document says that you made it. Your house made it. Maybe it wasn't you, but someone made it, and I know it. I don't know why.
I made it.
Like this now.
I made it. I did.
Now.
It's true. We're all pirates now. But I made it. Yes, we made several daggers. They came to us. They said we need specific engravings. I thought it was some sort of special language or something, I don't know, and yeah, I put it on there. So what? Again, I make a lot of weapons.
You use bones. I just want a bone dagger. That's all I for.
Your paperwork doesn't say bone anywhere.
Wait.
I don't know where the bone thing came from, to be honest.
I do.
Okay.
Maybe it didn't say bone in there, but it's funny.
It is funny. They're the top tier metalworking house. But yeah, he's gonna say like, I don't those he's like so frustrated. He's like, those daggers were metal. Okay? Metal. I made them.
Bone dagger. That's where I put that's why I thought of bone.
I made them. I engraved them. I shipped them off.
Okay.
It was me.
That's
Yeah.
great. What else? These are my compatriots. They're also with me, and we'll throw you in the jail.
Well,
Let them know what things were.
So the king sent a bunch of people to hassle me over something he could just check in the House of Note. I don't understand why you're here.
Well, you see, the House of Note has been overturned by some nasty people, and it seems that most of the records, official records and all, are missing. So, yeah.
All the people who can sort of are near you are like looking around, because if the records are altered and stuff like that, then the deals that they've been making might be altered or destroyed or whatever. So there's like a murmur going around like, oh, maybe we should go over to the House of Note or something like that. I mean, yeah, we heard about like the massacre or whatever over there, but I didn't hear about any records or anything being of issue. What do you know, like, did they burn or something? Was there like a fire? That's pretty common, honestly. I thought they had magical protection. Oh, yeah. Kevin. Okay, like the House of Kevin or
Kakarot.
So, Kevin.
Kakarot. Okay, sure. So everyone's sort of murmuring or whatever, and this guy says, just okay, look, the daggers I made for them, they're very specific. They have they're one edge, they're curved. They have a pretty short handle. Pommel is got like a little ruby or whatever on it, but they were very specific in what I engraved in them. So I engraved it exactly, and that was it. I shipped them off.
Can you make copies of these engravings so I could see what potentially they were saying?
If you don't, go throw you in the jail.
I'm gonna roll again for that.
Are you saying that a craftsman of your stature do not remember such unique weapons?
Of course I remember them. I remember them. I just... Hold on. I remember them. I'm just not sure if I should. The privacy of the customers and stuff. And
I'm gonna tell the king maybe we should take our business elsewhere.
Look,
I would love for
Okay.
you to take your business elsewhere. Thank you.
Look, I can
Please.
sweeten the deal a little bit. You know, I'm from the
Okay.
House of Music, and we are looking to do
Oh,
research on weaponry and such, and enchantments, and we could absolutely do this in conjunction with your house rather than do our own separate research. It would benefit both of us. We could do a very lucrative deal here,
You mean
but
like
we
you'd
need you
be
to work with us.
you'd be like requisitioning weapons and stuff and
I would think
over time.
you would have a forge on our campus, and you could be part of a very, you know, new and interesting industry.
well, we got a lot of stuff, you know, projects going on. We're not really looking to advance ourselves. There's a lot of work to be done outside the sigil. Unfortunately, I can't get out. But, I mean, I guess improving the craft would be worth the investment, probably. Sure. So, you're talking about what, like a monthly sort of shipment, maybe of weapons to specifications you provide?
Absolutely. I mean, we would absolutely love to have some of your craftsmen come around as well and do
Right.
courses and teaching. And then obviously these people would not be our house members that you're teaching, but your own apprentices. Potentially.
Well, we keep our house sort of tight ship. All of our apprentices, you know, we do all the apprentices inside in the house,
yes,
you know, that sort of thing. So probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're looking to buy sort of weapons over time or armor, maybe, and maybe do experiments, you know, you can send us a list. We'll make them. We'll ship them back for the amount we set, you know, and everything. That sounds manageable.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Of course, that is reliant on, and we can do the paperwork for that now. Actually, you know, I don't mind
Yeah.
writing it up.
Yeah,
But we do need the information and full, you know, your cooperation here, because it's very important. We're all going to die in the dome if we don't get this solved. Let's be honest. I mean, it's getting bad. Have you seen the amount of smoke that your forges are putting out? And it's not going anywhere.
What? I mean, what do you mean our forges? There's fires everywhere. Have you seen the goblins? They're just blowing stuff up constantly. It's not us.
Well,
you know, we got
it's
clean
okay.
burning wood.
Yeah, when we all suffocate, you know, we can stop the blame game.
Yeah. The people standing around are like looking at the forge and the smoke now, like, oh snap, hold on, wait a second, maybe we shouldn't get the weapons here. And so like everybody's sort of talking about maybe canceling, you know, like their murmurs, like hold on everyone, hold on, okay, we're gonna get this written up real quick. And the steward who's sitting next to him has probably already started writing, right?
Yeah.
He's handled a bunch of receipts and stuff. That's his job. So he whips up some sort of contract really loosely, but it says that Angast will set the prices at whatever they think the market value is for whatever you request, because you know you're requesting possibly random stuff that they can't anticipate. With specific metals and stuff. So it says that they choose the price, but you choose the schedule, because they have enough forges that they can pretty much do any order you want. And they lay it down, and the steward signs it with their Angast information.
Yeah, you know, like at this point, I'd probably be boring everyone because I'd probably be going through and saying loads of times.
Oh God.
Yeah, just back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, arguing, you know, like semantics and like legalese.
We get to keep
and
these
stuff.
trade secrets. And you get to keep that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could request like, what if you request like diamonds from a enchanted spring, and we have to resource that sort of stuff. So I can't just be that specifically, you know, it's got to be whatever we choose the prices to be. And then, you know, how does this look? And so after multiple revisions in the sun, I assume you would work out something that works for both of you.
Yeah.
All right. sign it up.
Also,
and...
when Bramwell offers to say, "Can I borrow the paper?" I go, yes, and I'm going to try and see if he hands me something important.
So he's using the spell on you.
Oh, is he? Is he using a spell on me?
Yeah. So Bramwell's paper is like a spell to influence people.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying, "Do you want to borrow?" As in, like, borrow like all the paper he's taken.
Borrow the paper but it would just be blank to you.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. I was trying to hope to trick the drunk guy into paying me like something, so I could potentially look at it while he's a bit drunk. Okay. Thank you, Bramwell. Oh, look, actually, I've got plenty of paper here. Never mind. Hand it back.
So after the deal is struck, copy is sent to the House of Note, and the information you're looking for exactly is what again? Oh, the symbols, right?
The symbols, yeah. Everything
so
to do with the construction symbols.
He says, "Hold on, the dagger looked like this," and he like sketches out a dagger. It looks exactly as you described it. It looks like the scale he's doing is like 1-to-1 scale. So he's drawing a pretty big dagger on like I guess a blank piece of paper that you have. And then he puts the symbols on it. And these symbols, let's see, what do you know real quick? Let me look at what you know.
I have been researching a lot of symbols in the downtime.
Yeah, so
mention that.
These from your sketchings, some of them might match what's on the monolith, but more than likely they're going to be unique symbols that aren't on the monolith, but they're definitely from the same language. So
okay.
One of them's probably also on the tattooed gentleman. They were tattoos, not runes. When he showed his hand, there's probably at least one that was on there as well.
Interesting. Okay.
Look, this is what I made. I made 3 of them. They're very custom. You know, they paid a lot for speed and precise. So here you go, and get out of here.
Right, okay. Anything else from you two?
I do not believe so. I believe that is it. Thank you very much.
You want to see the knives again? Hey, everyone! Show them your knives! And everyone pulls out their knives again.
That would not be necessary. I'm
gonna give him a bottle of my some of my booze.
Okay.
A little flask, a little vial, like a shot, basically. That's all you need. Good job.
All right. You're coming around, I think. And he I guess it's a cork or a vial or something.
The daggers.
He's gonna sniff whatever it is. Is it super strong?
Yeah, it's what is that? That's that thing from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Garfunkel shot, whatever, you know.
Okay.
That crazy drink from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy gets you fucked up.
I don't know.
Remember.
Gargle plan. I don't have to look it up. But anyways, it's super, a super concentrated shot, basically.
All right, let's roll to see what he does.
Kind of like what
it's gone.
Shrimpkin's character had.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He's probably gonna set it to the side for now. Well, I'm working, I gotta stay level-headed for...
have a little something while you're drinking, or working and drinking and smoking.
Drinking and smoking, yep. And, well, we're gonna limit the forge use, speaking of smoke.
Daggers.
Right, get out of here, all right. And take your business like you said. And also, if you need anything, definitely come back to the Angas. We're the finest metal workers in the Empire.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We don't do bone.
And when we're walking back, I'm gonna say, hey, I've got a note that I was sharing with you all about the dagger that I got and Kakarot. I gotta find the Kakarots, and we gotta do that. Oh, here's the note, and I just, I'll post the discussion here.
I'll tell you what it says. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
I posted the discussion.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you can all peruse that note then that he's showing you, or notes.
Okay.
And also, if you want to share the information you got too, you're also welcome to. I know you've been like talking about it or whatever, but you can also share it outright and like provide it,
I think Hart's summary when he sent me everything I'd learnt was, you didn't really get much.
he gave me a list of houses basically.
Yeah.
And seems like some of them are missing because there's a lot of houses. So these are mostly I believe houses he planned stuff for, and houses that pertain to murder weapon and such and so forth. So I'm just gonna post what he sent me in discussion as well.
Okay. God.
I like the House of Butts. I wish I had a reason to go there.
I feel like we should purposely visit some of these houses now. Just to get...
Just to make Hart improv.
Sorry.
Yeah, so all of those houses are the ones that I have conceived and planned, mostly anyway. Some of them you've met, some of them you don't know you've met. And the reason why you didn't get a ton of information is because your investigation at the House of Note was into the bodies specifically, and there wasn't more to grab except that you managed to discover 2 of them are missing, one of them probably being the old lady.
Yeah.
And then
or Sparks.
Research on the dome. Right. And they did send you the letter that says, hey, we're doing research into what we received, but they aren't here at the meeting that you all agreed upon.
Yeah, very sus. Haven't been attacked all session yet.
Yeah, well... do you want to like hang out inside and review your stuff all together, or do you think you would be like walking to the next lead that maybe...
I would be walking to the next lead.
All right, cool. Sure. Where are you headed?
Hello.
The House of Blake.
No.
Yeah, so you see, it's actually in this building, sure. And when you go to the House of Blake, there's just like artistic drawings up on the wall of some guy, and they say they have like collages or whatever of paintings of Blake and like posters that they've taken.
Playing? Maybe a song playing.
Yeah, they have a Blake cover artist. So there's like
song.
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second.
My immersion.
I didn't want to go to the House of Blake.
No, I want to go home.
So you're
gonna love the House of Blake.
You're walking through. Oh, is Bramwell a Blake fan?
Yeah, he's a big Blaker.
Yeah, so Blake is an idol or whatever. He plays music and stuff. He plays on the lute and the lyre.
The county fair.
You walk by and someone's like doing like a little Blake cover art or whatever, and they're just like, they brought some sort of piano with them, and they're just singing along, and they're like, Blake, my Blake, so fine, yeah, Blake, my Blake. And they're just playing music sort of about Blake, but that's not what he sings. They're hoping
worse.
Blake comes by and, finds them, but Blake has not visited at all.
Where's the Blaker at?
He hasn't been
Where is
here.
he?
We're hoping he comes by at some point.
Is he with the king again?
Oh,
He's in his bedroom.
we had a rumor that he was doing some sort of tour and not coming to the Sigil, but, we were hoping he'd come anyway.
Yeah, I love Blake.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I love Blake.
I was actually at a Blake show several weeks ago. Oh, it was magnificent. Oh.
What's your favorite Blake album?
Oh, yeah. I like Red and Blue and U2. His third song in that list, his track list, the song I'm Blake and You Could Be Too.
That's a deep cut.
I know, but
It hits right in the feels when he talks
makes me
about
swoon.
being Blake.
right? I know. And then
Those lyrics where he's like, Blake, I'm Blake. Please don't be bleak because I'm Blake.
I'm Blake. I know. And this person starts crying just thinking about the words,
Don't be bleak.
I'm out.
I'm not even.
If we
there.
don't solve this soon, you're never going to see Blake again. So please.
Oh God.
Stumbles out.
A world without Blake. Oh no. And they both of the people at this house just devolve into tears and stuff. They're thinking about a world without Blake.
Both
Oh,
of the
God.
people of this house.
Where next?
Gotta stumbles out singing the Blake song.
Oh
Don't
God.
be bleak.
That's going to be stuck in my head all day now.
I'm Blake.
So,
What do we do next?
oh, right.
Right.
So the next place I wanted to go, I actually don't know which one is closest. There's this one thing that intrigued me a little bit. It's the House of Note, but it's written differently. It's the House of Naughty. Note. And I
Okay.
believe that if they were to fake the documentation from the House of Note, it might be interesting to know if some of the people responsible for this were involved in some sort of, falsification of documents.
Sure. You head over to where it says they might be. It has sort of a rough indication of where they are, like stall numbers or whatever. So when you get there, that location is not a location that's possible. It's sort of like the Harry Potter platform that doesn't exist. So it doesn't exist, and then while you're there, probably someone nearby is like, "Hey, you looking for the House of Note?"
Precisely, yes.
Yep, I figured.
would you
I've been
be
seeing a
able-
bunch of people come through. Yep. No, it's a scam, buddy. They just prey on people who don't know or can't read good. So yeah, it's just a scam. They just take your application money and stuff.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
they're not even in here.
No. Could be.
Awfully clever.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of rude, but they've gotten a couple
which
people.
house are you from?
Dang it, Kyle.
And who is your second aunt?
Yeah, I'm let me pick one, I guess. Oh you know what? It's probably one of the people from the House of Flayers. I'm a House of Flayers gentleman myself. We just try and give info back to the people, So I'm Carl.
Oh, wonderful to meet you, Carl. Two
Yeah,
birds with one stone, it seems.
Perfect.
I am
Yeah.
also looking for the House of Flayers. As it
Oh.
turns out.
Yeah, called out. What can I help you with?
Yeah, so you see, I am looking exactly for some rather sensitive information. And I am looking for the murder weapon and anything pertaining to that awful, hideous murder that happened.
Oh, you talking about the Lance thing? Oh, terrible. Yeah.
Have you got any documentation about being part of this house?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And he pulls out some sort of like, I don't know, stall number documentation, whatever. It looks legit. He's not tricking you or
Just
anything.
checking. Good, just checking, because...
Do you want
Have
to?
the list of members from each house from all those books that I stole from the house? And
I don't think. Let's see. Would they report who's coming? No, I don't think that would be the case, because technically you could bring anyone, as long as there were, two representatives who counted as a champion or whatever. So there might be some information about that, the two members, but your list is like which houses are coming and what they do, and where they are within the sigil. But if you want to investigate this guy, you're welcome to.
no, I just wanted to see if it was convenient to see,
Alright.
just to check if there's a
Yeah.
call.
He doesn't seem like he's lying, so yeah. He says, yeah, I just have this. What do you want? Like a plaque or something? We just work here.
Actually,
I don't know.
No, it's just, I just didn't,
You
wanted to check.
Yeah, you're a little shocked from the House of Note not being there. I get it. That's fine. Yeah. Surprise.
So, back to the
Murder weapon.
investigation, murder weapon. Yes. Have you gathered any relevant information regarding the current situation and the murder?
Now, that's a great question, and I understand why you came to me. Being from the House of Flayers, we got a reputation, but little known fact, I got a particular set of skills, and those skills require other people, and I'm not really doing that right now. You know what I mean?
I do not. No.
That was incredibly cryptic.
Well, I guess I could tell you. Don't go spreading it around, though. And he looks around a little bit, and he's like, as you know, we have a contract with the Empire.
Right.
Or maybe you didn't know. Anyway,
I
not
did.
important. Oh, of course. Yeah, you look like a... And he looks at you, looks at the bird, and he's like, you look like a...
It's okay. The parent hasn't attacked anyone yet.
Yeah, sure.
I've been
Okay.
watching it.
Anyway, yeah. So the Empire calls us in. When they got a particularly difficult, I would say, discussion that they need to have, if you know what I mean.
Would you mind not being so reserved with the information? Can you?
Well, I mean, it's just part of the job. We don't. It's not like everybody tells everybody their business. You know what I'm saying? But when something happens within the Empire that
Tell you my business. I pooped the other day.
is this guy with you? He's one of your house. Who are
He's
you
been
people? By the way,
following-
hold on. Let me get some information here. Who are you?
The Blake fan club.
Oh, you like Blake? Perfect. Great. Awesome. Yeah.
Blake.
So you three are the Blake fan club. Wonderful.
For someone that, says they're from the information gathering house, you took a while to try and gather some information. And no, I am Sir Peace, a pleasure from the House of Parrots.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And you, sir?
I'm from the House of Music. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, Blake and music. I get it. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah. So like I was saying, when the Empire needs something from someone, mostly information, like you said, and they can't just get it, sometimes they call us in to get that information from that person.
Oh, you're torturers.
Like I said, particular set of skills.
I see. Well, then,
I mean, if you wanted to do the thing, I could show you, and then, I could get the information from you that way if you wanted, but I figured I would just ask who you were.
Have you seen an old woman walk around here recently?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do my best to describe her. I don't know how.
She gets you with the cookies thing? She does that, yeah. Uh-huh.
Precisely. Would you care to share a bit more information on her?
Yeah, that lady's the leader of the house of, which one is it? Oh, they're always together. I think it's a Hook. No, Claw? I think it's Claw, yep. Mm-hmm.
No, perhaps Tooth? Nail, even?
No, I think she leads Claw.
With the whole cookie thing, a Tooth?
Yep,
No?
I get it. Uh-huh.
Was not a joke, sir.
Oh, look. Yeah. I'm a little bit out of my element, but, it's...
Appease. Claw is the same. They're all three of those with assassin houses. The Claw is still the assassin house,
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yep.
right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, how much would you charge for your services if we provided you with the investigation material, aka person?
Person?
You talking about bringing Ophelia here? I don't know if you could do that.
No,
She's got a bunch of
person.
people. Just any
Someone.
person? Okay, well, I mean, we got different rates depending on the person, depending on what sort of information you're going to get from her, or that person. Okay. Yeah, we mostly work for the Empire. I don't really do any off script kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But if you could find a spot, I guess, maybe we could work something out. After the fact, though, because
with the Empire. We are with the king, isn't that right, Bramble?
You just said you were a Blake fan club and
Blake
his music,
fan club.
and
but we are
Yeah.
employed, sir. Employed.
right, yeah.
Yeah, we're part of the Empire. It's back to the Blake fan club. We're playing the fan show over here, the king at the end of the seagull.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know there was going to be a closing
Blake
ceremony.
is
That's cool.
Because I'm Blake.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can show you the
okay.
document if you ask it, but
He's distraught. He hasn't seen Blake in a whole week. It's
terrible.
messy.
Right. Yeah. Some people get like that, and over people they've never met and don't know. But to each their own, I guess. It's that parasocial kind of relationship thing. But I get it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can't trust Parrot.
Yeah. There's no way I believe you though.
Social.
Para, but sure,
Oh,
parrot.
oh.
I get the pun.
It was not a joke.
Right.
Yeah, I thought you said Parrot. Yeah, sorry.
Right. Nope. Ha. So anyway, this is getting kind of weird. I don't think I'm just gonna. Actually, I'm at my house, so maybe you could move on. That'd be great.
Right. If we do have any actual business in the near future, we will be sure to contact you.
Sure, I could work something out. I guess maybe. What's up, Itro?
I was thinking of throwing up on him. I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you gonna like make yourself throw up,
I
or
don't
you
know.
wanna?
I'm thinking. Well, no, just.
Well,
'cause
just
Bramwell's pretty wasted.
He probably
grit
needs
roll
to
it.
throw.
Yeah, grit roll it and see what happens. Maybe you can control it. Maybe you fail. Who knows? That's kind of rude.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That would be a 9.
Pretty good. 9.
What's the activation of?
Interesting.
Vomiting.
Are you trying to do anything when you throw up, or are you just experiencing the puke?
Just experiencing puke. I just had a random thought come to my head.
Okay.
Just
So
like, wave. He's got a back and forth smile and.
you puke on him.
Ouch.
Kind of at his feet, maybe. I don't know. I'm not aiming for him.
I'm gonna roll to see what happens.
Maybe like a spray. I don't
Mid
puke.
song.
I don't puke a lot, so I don't.
Mid song.
About Blake and Bleak and he's gonna
So bleak.
he's gonna stand up. Either you hit him or you don't. That doesn't really matter. He's clearly very mad. You basically came to his space and puked all over him. So he's gonna stand up like, whoa, hold on. I think I was pretty generous, giving you all this information, helping you out, trying to keep you from getting scammed even. You come over here and you puke all over me? No way, bro, no way. And he's gonna swing on you and try and hit you. But on your 9 puke, he's gonna slip in it and probably smash his face down into a table or whatever is nearby and knock himself out right in front of you in the puke.
I think you've just killed a man.
Oh, delightful. Before he wakes, can you see if he's got any documentation?
There's his body. I'm going to stand away from the dead man and
He's breathing. He's breathing.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't be paying
I
attention
don't
to
want
that.
to
I'd be
drag
like,
even to the
"Ah,
microphone, but you can imagine.
please don't.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, Sir
So it's
Pete's
all you
gonna.
go.
You're
gonna
experienced
try
in
and,
looting the dead, aren't you?
Not usually.
All right.
But, he's gonna look for well, first of all, any treasure. Second of all, any sort of
Treasure.
documentation to confirm, or maybe
Sure.
to look for a flare, like a flail at least.
A flail? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if
His
he's from
work.
the House of Flares,
Yeah.
I would imagine he's got a flail.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
so,
Roll it up.
Brilliance. Since I'm looking for stuff.
Yeah, since you're looking for stuff. Or whatever you look for treasure with. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure, let's go brilliance. Oh, god damn it. Let's see. And with treasure sense, that's gonna be a 6 total.
Ooh, 6. I mean, the space you're looking at is sort of just like a little hangout. These guys aren't looking to do work here. They just are representing their house. Nothing super.
They didn't even bring their flails. What amateurs?
No. You're not gonna find torture implements here.
I'll
You
look
would.
as well once I see him looking.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're welcome to look also.
Joe is looking anywhere but at he zooms as a corpse because he has.
Yeah, sure.
What is the bottom? What am I rolling on?
Brilliance. If you got anything for perception, kind of looking 13. You also don't see any torture implements, obviously. It's a pretty basic little room that's been erected for them. It's got one of those circular tables where you can play cards, a couple sofas. There are a couple like armoires and beds with trunks, I guess, at the bottom. As you're like rifling through this, passed out in
the cloths to wipe my face.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you wipe your face on his clothes.
Clean my face up.
Yeah, while you're doing that, you find maybe like maybe some really interesting looking glasses. Maybe the ones that kind of have those different lenses that you can like swap out or whatever, or like rotate around. Normally they would be for jewelers, but this isn't for jewelry. And then Gob, you find maybe I guess like I think you would find maybe like a hammer, more of like the battle style hammer, basically a hook sort of thing on one side and the big club kind of end on the other. It's metal. It's pretty well made, and if you wanted to, you could put that on your sheet with a +1 to combat ability.
Oh shit, okay. I'm definitely gonna steal that from this guy.
And then Itro, you could throw the glasses on there, but you're gonna have to do more research on them.
This poor fucking guy.
I know, right?
He
tried to help. He is a torturer as well, yes.
Karma.
But yeah, you can add those suckers to your sheets.
I feel like I got captured by a house that was known for torture. I would talk immediately. I'm just saying. They probably don't do much.
Yeah.
No reputation.
Gerald, you said you're looking around
yes.
elsewhere.
We create a bit of a scene. So.
Anywhere,
yeah, right. I'll take a perception roll from you. A brilliance.
Okay. That is 13.
13. I guess you're inside, so you probably wouldn't see it coming. But you're all gonna leave and go to the next place, right?
Yep.
I wouldn't see it coming. That's worrying.
So just to check, and I know we're kind of running down on time, but if everyone's cool with it, where would you want to go next?
Can we go to the magic people that I met?
I guess no is the answer. Those people
That's
are
the Bramwell thing.
That is a Bramwell thing. They aren't on the list. Well, they are on the list, but they aren't listed like you just said they are, because you can write anything you want. So I will remind you that you have the thing from them. And also,
what was that again? It was like a rock or something.
Yeah, it's like a sort of token kind of thing that's made out of rock, maybe like clay, something like that. And he said that you could break it and they would come, basically is what he said, if you remember. And I don't know if now would be the time that you really want to do that, but you can if you want. Also because Gerald said a bunch of times that he met people with, unfortunately he kept saying runes all over their hands, but the people he met had tattoos all over their hands and were wearing lots of cloth all over them.
Okay, I'm just gonna rename that rock to Jerry Garcia in a pouch.
All right, cool.
So I don't know about the others, but Sir Pease is gonna go to the House of Glass next.
Why? Okay,
What do you
sure,
mean,
sure.
why?
I mean,
I
it
have a
makes
list.
sense. It makes sense, yeah. Based on your list, I get it. But you, sure. Yeah, the
Manuel's
house,
not off to the House
I
of
don't
Palms
know.
again.
I'm worried.
the House of Glass is across the arena from where we are right now.
Is there anywhere closer then? Let's see. House of Horror, is it closer?
That's the Empire, so that's the building. It's on the other side. The like red building that we were before.
Okay.
Bramwell, or,
House of
Coggers were.
Camelos.
Camelo's also on the other side.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
house. We done that. House of now.
You just go through the list.
House of
House of Sky. House of Sky is nearby.
Yeah, they're probably on this side. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well then this is preferable, I guess.
House of
Okay.
Right, those
Jeez
House of
Louise.
Sky idiots are here.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, it
I
just
would like
that's
to
just,
go
they're
to
worthless.
House of Sky next.
Well,
Really?
it just-
They're worthless?
We could try them, but
Have you met them before?
well, we're in the same business, really, and they're pompous. I think they know it all.
Well, then
So
perhaps they heard about the runes and magic writings and such.
Yeah, they might have.
They might have, yes. Well, I
While
would
the
like to
three
go
of
there,
you,
but you're not obligated to do so. You can
Right,
go
yeah,
it's
somewhere
fine.
else, of course.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll try and be cordial.
Okay. Well,
as you're walking along through this house, they're probably at the other end down there.
okay.
While you're walking through, the sky darkens on the outside. If you look at how the buildings are, they have this like path down the center for light, but while you're inside, you can see that it's dark everywhere outside,
Oh, and for real,
and it
this time, it's not,
stays
like,
dark.
blinking.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it stays
shit.
dark.
That is it nighttime already?
Mm,
No, it
I'm gonna
couldn't be.
pop my head out the nearest door quickly.
Yeah. As you look out, there's definitely a dragon on the top of the dome.
I knew it. I knew it.
It's
a
flown
dragon.
down and it's slammed into the dome, but it doesn't make any noise because noise doesn't go through the dome, right? So you're just looking at the underside of a dragon like it's a cat on a glass table, right? And it's
Wait,
like
isn't the top
ahead.
like filled with smoke?
it's pretty smoky, yeah, but you can definitely see this gigantic freaking dragon on
Okay.
top, right?
Okay.
And it's clawing at the shield, and it doesn't do anything. It tries to do that thing that I've learned recently puppies do, where they like try and bite, on the side and try and wiggle it and stuff, and it can't get any purchase on this dome, right? But it is on top, supported by the dome entirely. And then of course, if you look out this side, it depends on which side you look out, but there are people outside the dome all looking up and pointing at it, right? People shouting that you can't hear. Everybody inside is like, whoa, holy snap, right? And this dragon sort of walks around on top of the dome. It's encompassed maybe I would say like 30%, 40% of the dome entirety. Like, it's a big dragon, right? It would be as big as this building. So it's walking around up there, and then somebody, of course, does something, whether it's a spell, you can't really tell, but they try and like do something, because of course there's a bunch of people outside, and this dragon begins to lay waste outside the dome.
Shit.
You watch it blow fire through armies. You watch it shred all of the supplies that are supposed to be coming in. You and all the people inside watch in horror as hundreds of people are murdered outside, and there's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing anyone out there can do about it either.
I'll
It's
never
just
forget.
It's smashing people. It's flicking people with its tail. People are trying to cast spells.
Humanity.
You see like magic missiles and like fireballs blowing at it and stuff, and they're like scoring little marks in it. People are trying to like set up
Bramwell drops to
phalanxes.
his knees.
No. Yep.
Serpice
The
is
cog
gonna
is a martyr
look
that's
at
here
it.
to kill everyone. Just
Serpice
disappeared.
gonna look at the list, and he's gonna frantically look for any House of Dragon Slayers.
George making a note. Research dragon killing.
Bramwell
closest-
pounds the ground. He's like, "Fuck you, King. This is your fault, you son of a bitch."
Yep. The shield stays.
Okay, so
Never been more glad about the shield than I've been.
well, the dragon wants in the shield for some reason.
It does
Correct.
seem like it.
More than
Correct.
it probably even wants to kill those people out there. It wants to be. Okay, if this thing is about to go down, I think we need to be just leave. You know. Well, as soon as it goes down.
So just calm about this. They just slaughtered all of our
calm.
people outside.
I'm not calm. I'm just
saw
looking at my
airships
own
be
mortality.
destroyed.
I'm just now considering my own mortality, and I'm in that calm, we're all going to die sort of phase.
Probably just lost hundreds of coggers.
Honestly, I think I have like 8 months at most of life, so I'm not too worried myself.
I'm gonna die soon. So many souls
what?
that were lost. They could have been taken.
What do you mean you're only going to live for 8 months?
Oh, it's nothing really. It's
It's some kind
you
of
know,
disease.
uh,
Steps away.
Sure, you could say that, but don't worry, you wouldn't catch it.
Huh.
Well, anyway, I'm sure
Alright.
Lotto is going to be
I feel like
more
at this time,
concerned than me.
Bramwell is experiencing extreme headaches from being telepathed to.
Oh,
When he telepaths him, he is not kind.
yeah, probably so. Yeah, that's a good point. You'd probably get messages or whatever from your other house members, stewards, stuff like that. People are freaking out, definitely on the inside, trying to make a step forward, whatever it is. And there's probably going to be sort of a coalition that goes to the king. They're probably forming, right now. They're probably not there yet, but you would imagine that people are going to be mad about this for sure.
Well, on the upside, the pesky intruders that were looking at my ship. probably dead. So,
Oh yeah.
Yes, but your ship is quite flammable. I would have thought.
true that, but yeah, we have more ships.
It's also been blown
Yeah.
apart,
The
so
ships here in this world are flammable.
I'm also flammable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Why don't we just set the inside on fire?
That seems like a terrible plan.
That does seem.
Well,
yeah.
the world's going to hell, isn't it? Look outside.
See, that's
might
the
as well
that's the
just start
calm
on the
fatalism.
inside, then.
That's the state I'm in. Yeah.
How common are dragons?
very uncommon. However, as I said earlier, all of your people that you were going to play that you aren't playing heard about a dragon up in the north that was rumored to be just cruising around, but no one went to investigate. There's been one rumor sort of going around recently about a dragon within the past months, but no one's seen it, until now. So very
Okay,
uncommon, I guess,
yeah.
is the way to say it.
Gotcha.
Everyone believes they exist, but no one's seen one in quite a while. And now you all believe, no matter what.
Kind of hard not to.
Yep.
This was not prophesized.
Do you have any prophecies?
I feel like we would, yeah. I don't know what it is.
Speaking of prophecies,
The cog will rise.
Yeah.
one of the houses I wanted to go to is House of Stars, and I'm pretty sure they would probably predict this. It's a shame that I didn't go there first, and I guess.
That would be great.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had gotten some shady foretelling, you would have been like, okay, well, what's it gonna be? What's the cataclysm that's coming? And then it would have been a dragon, and you would have been like, oh well.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Nothing I could do, so it's fine, I guess. Oh, geez. So you just watched hundreds of people, well, thousands actually, because there were armies setting up too, and they probably had several legions ready to go. So you can, I guess, discuss with your house and go investigate more houses if you want to keep playing, or we can end it here on this catastrophe, and we can pick it up next time once you can get more information. And because you're sharing all of your information together, I can sort of more definitely guide you towards what you're looking for, if you want, or whatever y'all want.
Right.
I'm happy to go. Keep going.
Yeah,
I'm the European here.
I'm also fine with keep going a little,
Alright.
like maybe 50 minutes or so.
Was that 5-0
What do you mean?
or 1-5?
Yeah, 5-0. Yeah, 50.
Okay.
Nah, 15 minutes wouldn't even.
Yeah, I know. Itro, you cool?
Yeah, I can probably do about 30 minutes.
All right.
All right, that sounds like one more house investigation. You are looking for... Well, so each of you has information, right? One of you has a list of houses. One of you has information about figures that might be worth investigating. And then... let me just... the weapon you already did, technically, because you know who made it. And if you can get the information from Sparks, then you can tie all of that stuff together. But because you're looking for figures specifically, I will say that cloaked figures definitely seen at the Rock Place. There's a business that has seen several cloaked figures, mostly at night, actually, that you heard a rumor about, that is way over there. And then where else? Cloaked figure at the Goblins, I think I said.
You did, yeah.
And
but, Gerald wouldn't be too keen on visiting the Goblins.
Well, yeah. And then there would be like random other figures. And if you share the information that I gave you, that's because this is a desert. So there's like mer people and dryads and people who are trying to protect themselves from the sun. Rumors about vampires and all sorts of people who would want to be covered, but not necessarily nefariously. So if you wanted to look into that stuff, fortune teller maybe, that business over there maybe, or goblins maybe.
So I've been writing down like all of the sort of the tattoos, and I think you did say he had like runes on his arms, like in the tattoos. I knew it was tattoos.
Yeah, so they're like symbols, written symbol kind of, I guess, runes. Yeah,
So
but
I would be trying to take all of this stuff that I don't, and off the monolith, off the daggers, and trying to sort of get some translations going, or some kind of idea. So
yup.
that's why I thought maybe the House of Sky would be potentially actually quite useful, but.
The
Magic research?
problem, I think, is who's gonna actually be offering any kind of service considering what's happening outside at this moment?
Right. Yeah, there would probably be a lot of chaos until the night or until the next day, even.
Is the dragon still thrashing about?
No, it probably spent, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe killing everyone around that didn't play dead. And then it probably spent maybe 30 more minutes just like investigating what it had done, maybe rolling its back in, random blood and stuff, trying to make its way into the dome. It never makes it into the dome. It doesn't even scratch it. And then after about an hour, it probably flies away into the evening sun. Yeah.
Multiple questions. About the the king and the dead girl. Is she still there? Daughter?
Still there. Yep.
So she just, a body just... How long has it been?
It's been so we're evening now. We're looking at 5 days total.
The body's just been there. Has the king gotten up to go? He's never gotten up or gone to look at the body or what?
He has not moved since he went and sat down.
Huh. Can we go and
But
inspect
he's
the
being
body?
fed, right?
He is, yeah. People are coming to feed him. He's got a chamber pot, some privacy screens that go up every once in a while. But he's not like commanding it. It's more like people are coming and trying to take care of him.
Can we go and inspect the dead body?
Yeah, definitely. If you all would like to, I will.
Yeah, I guess
so
if
I'm
all the
not
houses
gonna
are
be
in chaos.
expecting a lot of service.
Oh no,
Look
we
at
don't
this
have to visit the
corpse
House of
that's been rotting
Sky.
for 4 days.
What a shame.
What'd you say, Aitro?
Oh, let's go look at this corpse that's been rotting for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
Alright.
it rotting? It's a
Good thing your
point.
stomach is empty.
So
what's going on
Gerald,
with it, Gob? After 4 days, what happens?
Gerald's investigated before. Sir Pease has too, right?
I didn't
Bloody, I
investigate
guess.
fully. I walked off.
Okay.
That would be the first thing.
Rigor mortis has set in.
Rigor mortis for sure. Mortis, yeah.
All right. We find
It's only
ourselves
5 days in the desert.
Got a
Right.
giant sword in its chest.
Welcome back to the monolith. If you've been here before, just to describe the monolith, it is a big rock thing that is sort of carved into this design that you see before you. It's like the top of a pyramid. You can sort of peer over and see it extend way, 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 way down into the depths. You also have these sort of trapdoors that were opening with ropes connected to gears way back near the king, and then it is carved in symbols, runes, some sort of language that I know none of you speak, and then on it, laying on it, sort of, it's not quite as sheer as this. It's more flat on the top, and it has sort of like natural carved ledges. Laying on one is the body of Lance, who is a rather young woman in her late 20s who has dark hair, wearing a bunch of white, has several knife sort of looking dagger wounds in her body, and then also a sword pierced straight through her into the monolith.
Can we check if the runes on the dagger match the runes on here in the monolith temple?
Yeah, so Gerald has that info, and yeah.
Yeah, I probably
if you
sell
want
a piece of paper sort of against the monolith, not sort of away from the body, obviously, but.
Yeah.
Sorry, is the body decaying? Like, is it bad? Or is
Yeah, do y'all want to like investigate the whole scene or just specific stuff? I can't tell you specifically. The body itself looks exactly the same. No decay.
Oh, so it's preserved.
No decay, right.
Gotcha.
As if she just died.
Can I roll for like check if it's magical or illusion?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, an illusion. That's a good idea. Dang. Yeah, if you all want to roll some investigative brilliance rolls, do it up.
Yeah.
You're welcome to look for treasure, but that's really only the sword.
I've done it before. I don't know what
Yeah,
else
I know.
you can find.
You can
10, unfortunately.
You can investigate just the scene in general, including the king's area.
I want to
Wait,
investigate
can
the
we go
king's
talk
area.
to the king?
Okay. Yeah, you can if you want. So on your 10, no decay in the no decay on the body. Runes are. I keep saying runes, but it's like it's written in a language that you don't speak, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
hieroglyphs would even work as pictures, but so those are there. The cavern beneath you seems pretty big, pretty hollow, and then there's writing all the way down this thing. And if you'd like, we can
Okay.
go visit the king. Sure.
No,
I rolled
hold
a
up.
16. What do I get?
16. She's not decaying. The sword also is magical. Do you want to touch her?
Yeah.
Okay. You.
Can I pull the sword out?
Sure. You're welcome to try. As soon as you touch her or get close enough to pull out the sword, or maybe even put your hand on it, the king's gonna yell at you for sure, and he's gonna say, "Hey, get away from her!"
I'm gonna touch her anyways. Come down here, then. Make me.
Okay. Let me get my sheet.
Oh god.
Yes, he rolls 50d6 to damage you.
Well, immediately after any sign of the king yelling, I'm gonna, you know,
Yeah, I wrap up my
walk
face paper. I'm like,
backwards and get away from the scene if I can.
Okay.
nobody else
you're
here.
going
We're all
with this.
backing up.
You're going to flee. Got it. You're gonna back
Still be
up
around.
looking
I'm
at
not
the
gonna,
king.
I'm not gonna.
I just want to.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't run away from the king.
Well, there's a big pit behind you, so. Well, if you're standing here and the king yells and you turn to look at him, it's either monolith or pit. If you
No, I could,
You
I
know.
could, I could, you know, walk
Yeah, you-
backwards to the.
you would have to
side.
go sideways. Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
making
yeah.
sure.
No, I'm not gonna fall.
Okay, let's see
It's
here.
more like making way for him, you know, out of respect rather than running away. Distancing myself from Bramwell.
I gotta do a
Yeah.
little calculation here real quick.
Oh damn, math. We out here doing math.
Man, the Cogger's Empire War is really going to kick off after this one.
Oh yeah, they were at war.
True.
I think Bramwell kind of knows that what helped Elon happen with the dinner.
Yeah, you're telepaths, right?
Well,
Let's see. The
Bramwell doesn't
king.
have telepathy quite yet.
Oh.
So you're going to say, "Come down here," and you're going to touch either the sword or lance. It doesn't really matter, and the king can't really tell either because you're turned around. But as he yells and you say, "Come down here," he's going to stand up out of the chair he's been sitting in for 5 days, and
We did it.
he's going to step down off of this podium and hold up his hand. Let me find the die real quick. And he's going to throw some lightning. Let's see here.
Jesus Christ.
Hopefully it doesn't bounce between targets.
I'm really glad I backed away.
I mean, yeah, I did as well, but I don't know.
It might still reach, There's some problems with magic in this dome right now. He could kill the entire dome.
True. That's a good
Can you
point.
imagine Lightning
King
just
doesn't give a shit.
Shade
Like,
lightning.
doesn't care about any of us.
He's going to cast that lightning. I do think you're expecting it though, so you could probably try and roll against it, right? If you want to roll grit. I don't think you can though, but you're welcome to try.
ChatGPT probably thinks I'm trying to torture a
rolling
bird. Are parents accessible to lightning?
Yes, I think they are.
What'd you say?
Anything alive is.
Itro, what'd you get?
I'm rolling grit.
Yes, please.
Oh, ooh. Rolled up. Oh, minus. Let me see what my grit is. I got a 17.
Ooh, that's pretty high. The king still hits. Let me get my 6. Oh. The king will strike you for 5 damage. Just outright, single small lightning bolt pierces just through you. It is then, I guess it looks like it's absorbed kind of into the monolith, and the monolith sort of I don't know, it's hard to say, like vibrates kind of, but it's not really vibrate. It's like a kind of thing.
Can I do a perception check on that?
Yeah, sure, you're welcome
I'll
to
give you-
perceive that.
Okay.
Very interesting to me as well.
And it's really just because you're touching it.
Ow.
Ow. Yeah, so you take 5 points of damage as the king bellows forward.
Ooh. 21.
21.
22.
Jeez. 22. Okay. So, yeah, this absorption, it's hard to track lightning, right? But it looked like when the closer the lightning got to the monolith, the more unlightning it looked like, the more almost lasery it looked like, as if it was like sort of coming towards the monolith, and then the seemed more like it was trying to come back out, maybe, or something like that, but it never did, right? So magic cast near the monolith or something like that is altered or changed in some way. And then it's Bramwell's turn, having been struck by that lightning, with the king yelling at him and stepping towards him.
Run away.
You're gonna run? Okay. Which way?
Limp run away. Stage exit right.
Okay, so you're gonna run towards your ship or towards?
I guess left. I guess stage.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
run towards my ship.
Cool. And then we'll go. It doesn't really matter, but because Gob said something first, Sir Peas, it is your turn for whatever we're in.
Right. Well, the guy's gonna raise his hands. The bird is gonna raise his wings. You terribly. This drunken fool has been following us and doing all sorts of nasty things. I had nothing to do with this. I just wanted to take a closer look to help us all identify the murderer.
You're all fools! Nobody has brought me a murderer yet. This is madness. And when he says madness, he's the madness for sure. Like, he seems wild. So you're not gonna act at all? You're not gonna like? Okay.
Wait. What do you mean?
I just want to make sure you're not gonna try and cast anything or like.
Oh no, just
okay.
Just talking.
Okay, and then Gerald.
Not gonna interfere, of course. Just here investigating the monolith. Didn't mean to cause any offense. I'm trying to find her.
Killer, find this person. And he's gonna scream, Bisque, come here. And then, let's see, you would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, right.
Sudden sobriety.
Let's roll it like this. Oh, whoops. Wait, where'd my 20 go? Oh, there it is. The king's going to cast
the system. Because we don't need to be loyal to the other people because they're not in our house. It's great.
Correct, yeah.
Don't need to save him.
Okay. 12. I would say that. Does it make sense? I think as you run away, a huge fireball is going to streak by and blow up near you into the sand, just like classic explosion style and fountain of sand. But I don't think it would hit you. And then those of you standing here, when he cast the spell, he didn't look at him. He cast it like to the side, you know what I mean? And never looked away.
So
you try to 360 no scope me.
Right. So do you
cast the fireball?
Right, yeah. The king casts a fireball after yelling for Bisque, and then we have Bramwell's turn again, who I assume is going to keep running, but I don't know. Running. Yeah, okay, cool.
Sir, holding his side.
Sir Pease.
Gonna keep back in a way. I'm not gonna run outright, but like I'm gonna hop back a little bit.
All right, cool. And Gerald, any involvement?
Yeah, we're investigating. We think there might be 3 people. We will find them. I promise you. Just give us some time.
I'm gonna roll for the king in a different way, just to see.
He's tired from his run after the rocks. He's not going to make it far. So.
The king says, "Find them, or him." Or someone, find me anyone, even shadows, just bring them to me right now. And he's gonna like back up and sit back down in his big chair.
Your Majesty, would you believe if I told you it was that drunkard? I didn't say anybody.
Yo, you're gonna have to roll to deceive him.
It could have even been parrots.
Oh snap, you're all gonna point at each other? Oh dang, classic. Okay,
well, if he's already betrayed one person, he might go for me.
I'm not gonna I'm not trying specifically to deceive him, but I could roll anyway.
Okay, so
I think a hypothetical. I just wanted to know what level of proof is he looking for. But I
think Bramwell would go first, and he could probably hear you because you're probably shouting. So would you want to do anything with the information that you just heard?
I don't think Bramwell. I mean, I think he would be in too much worry. To go back.
Okay, cool. Just to make sure.
He's got to know that
Oh yeah.
He's going to hear clearly that he's being betrayed.
Right.
Hopefully he's so wasted that he's just gonna pass out.
The thing is, what happened is when he threw up, he kind of sobered up. Yeah. And it was like the worst time to sober up because the fucking dragon thing happened. That's
right.
Right, yeah.
Okay, Sir Pease, I'll take your deception.
Probably brilliance, right?
I think so. Or presence
Oh,
makes sense.
Jesus. Okay, that's gonna be a 21 again.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh fuck. That was not even intended.
Wait, what did I just roll? Oh shoot, I didn't. I looked down. I think it was a.
Years of war was started this day. Yeah.
It was a 14.
Yeah, it was
It was a 14. Okay. I'll tell you right now, the king still beats you. But
Oh.
he's sort of like anyone who's actually involved. That guy couldn't kill Bisk even. And he like waves around for Bisk, and then he's like, Bisk, where are you?
Oh, Your Majesty was just a hypothetical. I was looking to know how much.
Yeah,
Just leave it.
you said it too, so you pointed the blame at Parrots. Let's roll your deception too.
That was sort of a response to his thing. It wasn't a deception. It was just
okay.
It was an accusation or like, how could you say that? That makes sense.
Right. The king begins to like mutter and glower, and like his face is all like scrunched and stuff, but he's still sitting there. I'm gonna roll on this, I guess, while you hang out, because I think it's his turn.
Wait, is Bisk the son? Who's that?
Bisk is the steward. Hey, my freaking die is stuck on a character. What?
What?
Yes, because
it's a pumpkin. The die is over here. Okay. 8. Let's see here. Okay. The king slams his hands down and shatters both arms off of his chair, and mutters to himself, like, just mutters and sort of like is wild-eyed to himself.
Gotcha.
Why are there 2 thrones?
There's several chairs up there because normally during the sigil there's a bunch of fights and stuff. So the king has people who visit and make deals and discussions, but it's normally like sort of like a party kind of thing. So, people will be, there's no queen, but people will be invited up to spend time with the king during, watch fights, watch displays, stuff like that. There just hasn't been any of that stuff because someone killed his daughter. So occasionally you might see like someone trying to check in on the king and sort of sit like really uncomfortably in a chair, but most of the time it's just Bisk coming up and telling the king he's got to eat something, stuff like that.
Right.
So, Peace, we should probably retreat from here.
Right? Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I do believe that is a sound plan.
Yes, I'm sure Bisk will come and find us if we just wait at the side if we're needed.
Yeah, I'm sure you would see Bisk coming in.
Yeah.
Bisk is definitely going to see Sir Peas, and sort of like recognize, hey, that's freaking the guy, like you see him recognize, but he's headed towards the king first, for sure. So, good luck, I guess.
I'm not sticking around.
Okay.
No,
I would assume you both exit outside the same way that Bramwell did.
I think because I'd probably be going back towards the ship in our area, I would have thought.
Okay, well, Bisk is coming from that side.
Yeah, I don't really want to be with the person who just attacked,
Right. Okay, good point.
That makes sense.
There's another exit on the other side of the monolith that would work too. If you didn't want to come in contact with Bisk, that would be the way to go.
Okay. It's not so much as not being in contact with Bisk, it's just being scarce out of here.
Right, yeah. Cool.
So yeah.
So you split up. Go ahead.
I do want to talk to you, Peas, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, I have a new theory. It could be, it's just somewhere to maybe look. Right, so if they wanted her dead, why would they stab her with these fancy daggers? All, all these symbols. Why not just a normal dagger? So that, and obviously her body isn't decaying, and the sword is supposed to create a shield around a person that's holding it.
Right.
And I'm wondering if, could be some druidic stuff here, and using her life, create a shield around her, and the monolith is amplifying things.
Right. I'm not exactly a magic person, but the monolith did do something to the thunder lightning thing that the king cast. So yes, perhaps the monolith is amplifying the shield from the sword. Does make sense.
And the shield, I mean, it's possible that she's technically not dead, but trapped in, her life is sort of trapped there. I mean, I don't think we can save her. Don't get me wrong, but
she's definitely dead.
Yeah. But she's not decaying as well, so that was
right.
So.
Yep.
Something to do with the daggers that stabbed her has activated this shield around her, sort of thing. Sort of tricking the sword.
It's definitely something intriguing for sure, but am I the only one that thinks it's incredibly weird for a grieving father to stab his daughter?
Yes.
In the chest with a sword. I get that he was distraught, but still, what? Am I the only one that thinks that's incredibly weird?
No, I think you'd probably find he's the only one that thinks it's normal. But I'm thinking that something is going on with that shield, with the way that she was killed is sort of tricking the sword, perhaps.
What if we finished up? What if we made the monolith go all the way up? If we cranked the mechanism,
what happens if the shield would? Yes, but what if that raises the shield, and then the shield stops in the midair?
Perhaps the shield
that would be bad
on the sword.
Yes, I do. Yes, I think that is the case.
Intriguing. I do have an idea, a plan even, to investigate the caverns beneath the monolith, or around the monolith rather. And I don't know if I want to do it now. I think I need to plan ahead first. I'll work on that.
Yeah, so if then these people are disappearing, that's probably the only space that's left inside the shield is underneath us.
Unless they've been eaten. Goblins, perhaps?
I don't think goblins are that subtle enough to get away with that. I've met them.
They were just cannibals?
I do think during your last investigation of the monolith, Lenny said that they knew that there used to be buildings or something here that involved maybe things underneath also, like big basements and caverns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was discussed the 2 times ago. So you would have that info as well. So
does seem relevant that we should investigate the monolith and the caves beneath it.
We also need to find that old lady, and that we know that she's the leader of that house.
And see if we can't find out what the writings mean, the so-called runes.
Yes.
So perhaps while we're planning to go down into these caverns, we could finish up those investigations. And we probably need to see what's going to happen with Bramwell as well. That was a bit reckless.
He might need some medical attention. Did you see where he went?
I assume he just ran back home.
He must have potions, right? I remember him having potions.
We should probably make sure he made it.
He's got potions.
He's definitely got potions. Yeah. So Go ahead, Aitro. No, you're good.
Oh, I could have used this electricity spell thing. Sound. What are you doing with that?
Nice one. So I guess we will close this scene down with the intention, it sounds like, to do investigations maybe underneath, and also investigations into symbols, which when you all sort of left the House of Note, you do know that Lenny took a bunch of research on symbols. So you can reach out to them by a letter if you'd like in the between times, or you can just say, hey, meet up, bring your research. We're going to try and go underneath and look at the rest of the monolith, or something else.
Right.
Just because it's fun, I think Gerald still suspects Sparks.
Okay, yeah, it's really suspicious that they were like, hey, let's meet up, and then you got attacked, and then they're not here? What?
Yeah.
And they were the ones who took all the symbol information, and they're not here?
Yeah.
It's like it was a distraction so they could get out with that information.
They left through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
You didn't try going the other direction, see? Huh? No, I'm just kidding. Your investigation would indicate that is...
House of non-Euclidean physics.
Yeah, that's definitely just a door. So, yeah. Go ahead.
So I think we should save the investigation in the caverns for next time.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna wrap up this. Yeah.
Are we gonna have downtime between sessions again?
Yes. I do think that there would probably be maybe a day or two, simply because everyone just watched a whole lot of people die, and the politics of losing part of a standing army, part of these mercenary groups who had joined, and then all of the resources is just like wild, right? Like all that stuff's just gone. Well, I mean, technically pieces of it are everywhere, but the usable portions of it, all of that is gone, right? So people are going to be discussing does the kingdom even have much of a fighting force currently? How does each house recover from their losses? They're going to have those discussions for sure.
Is the dragon just going to curl up and fall asleep on top of the dome or something?
No, it left.
Okay.
It would be cool.
You just watch a dragon sleeping.
There's a roar. Oh, there's a sleeping dragon and a roar on here. Dragon.
Nice.
Dope.
Well, so with this downtime, I want to, I guess I'll send a list of houses that I want to do some investigating.
Okay. And I can also add some to them. I'll definitely add at least the ones that everyone else met that aren't currently on there. Just kidding. That one's there. That one's there. It's actually pretty good. The only one you're missing is your own, the communist one, I think.
Right, and the pigeons, I don't know if they're there, and I didn't recognize them, but
they are on there.
Okay, good to know.
Yup.
Which one would it be?
Yeah. Cool. With that shocking experience, we will wrap this up. Like I said, maybe another 2 days of downtime sounds good. If there's anything you want to investigate, maybe at night, we can start there, and then you can meet up all together afterwards and go through whatever you want to investigate next, which it sounds like is the underneath. So I do think I will tell the other members, like, hey, we're planning on experiencing the underneath, or at least trying to get down there. So
Right.
Like, I'll just send like a basic kind of information letter, just to include everyone. Otherwise, thanks for playing. It was a ton of fun. Again, I'm having fun just showing you stuff, and then you get so close to things, and I'm like, oh god, and then you just like breeze right past it, and I'm like, woohoo! That was crazy. So yeah, cool.
Cool.
Cool. Have a yeah. Ooh.
Oh god, I hate this one.
Have a great rest of your night. I am going to turn the AC back on and chill. Yeah. So I'll see you all next time for the Caverns Beneath, maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
Yeah. Bye. Oh, well, great. Thanks for chilling as well and watching through it. There's so much that, like, it's little stuff that they are experiencing, but is so like important to me, because I was like, oh, this would be really cool if they did this, and then like they do come up with it, or they like think of it on their own or whatever, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. So I think it would be interesting to sort of have a deconstruction session at the end and just talk about random stuff that came up that we didn't get to do, or that I had intended to go differently or whatever. I think that would be really fun. Everyone does that, right? So it would be kind of like the same thing as the interviews, except it would be all at once. So yeah. This has been the 4th session. The 5th session coming up is next week, the same time. I will remind them all this time. Not that it matters if they, you know, have lives or whatever. I don't care about any of that stuff. So I don't know why I even said that, but because it doesn't matter. I appreciate anyone who even wants to play. So thanks. Have a wonderful whatever. Deuces.
Have hearts. Have hearts. Have hearts. Have hearts.